Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 122 of Direwolf20's Let's See Play series. Blah, 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 blah. I can speak. Hey, check it out. We've got a nearly upgraded sheep farm. We've got our dyer's hut, which I believe is now tier 3. Generally speaking, you know it's tier 3 when it has the clay roof bits on it. Oh, dyer's hut. Good job. Thank you, Peter. You're doing a good job. I don't know how those flowers show up, but they show up and it works. That's pretty cool. I guess composted dirt maybe grows flowers automatically. I actually don't know if that's how that works, but maybe that's where they come from. I got to imagine there's some mechanic that's making, you know, the flowers grow. Which makes me wonder if I put like a rat sack under them. Wondering. Just wondering. I'm allowed to wonder, aren't I? I just noticed him mining that, and I'm like, Tick accelerate the composted dirt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any idea how it works. But I assume that's what he's doing over there, right? So I'll leave them there for a minute and just see if it makes a difference. But yeah, Peter, it would make my job much easier if I had 16 compost. I'll work on it. I need compost to plant my flowers. Well, I can understand that, I guess. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe it's like bone meal? Where you like bone meal grass equals, you know, I don't know. Yeah, see, there's nothing growing there. That's all good. We'll just boop. So, maybe I should upgrade my composter. Though you're already a tier 3 composter, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Get to work. What's going on? What are you waiting on?
Not good enough, eh?
You need wheat. I will work on it. Then what's your problem, stranger? Harvest that wheat, Avery.
Not good enough, eh?
You would like fertilizer. Okay. Well, I mean, I could totally supply you guys with wheat. That's not a problem. I don't mind augmenting your wheat needs a little bit. What I can do is just, you know, throw a few stacks of wheat at you and then throw a few extra in here. I'm sure they're eating wheat, right? I'm sure that's a thing that might be happening. Maybe we need another little wheat farm bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I see a lot of grown wheat there that you could totally be doing something with, Avery. She's like, I mean, why would I do anything? Not good enough, eh? I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's a little bit what I'm saying. I'm just seeing a lot of fully grown wheat here, kid. A lot of fully grown wheat. Now, if I wanted to, I could totally throw a ritual from blood magic underneath this thing, and that would rapidly grow that wheat. And that would make sure to supply enough. But I'm kind of like seeing how the mine colonies thing works by itself. I would just love you to harvest this wheat.
Not good enough, eh?
Okay, I'm just saying. What do you guys got going on? You're trying to do something. You would love some leggings. I'll think about it, but leather armor is annoying to make, guys. Okay? It's just annoying, that's all. So Avery's working on both these fields, which is fine, right? That's what I would expect. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't, like, dedicated to the potato field now, right? But no, she seems to be working on both. So with the sheep farm being level 2 now, right? That's what it is?
More gold.
Shepherd's Hut level 2. Alright, so let's leave it at level 2. I don't know that Shepherd's needs to go any higher, right? Well, you'll get more sheep, and therefore more wool, if you upgrade this dude. So that's a thing. So let's upgrade him. We'll see what happens. And now how about our university? That's the next question. What up, university? How you doing? Oh, look, it's nice and easy way to get in there now. That's fancy. What do we got by way of research? Oh, we can do 3 researches at a time, which is cool. We can also hire a new worker now, right? Did this finish by the end of last episode or not? I kind of forget. Wow, knowledge 30? Oh, he's already the researcher. That's why. His knowledge has probably increased as a result of having been in here researching. I mean, he works at a school. He's got to be smart, right? Not always the case. So let's hire Naya there. That sounds cool. Right? Shepherd 4. Okay, Yisrael. That's cool. I thought it was... Wasn't it 2? Or am I crazy? I'm going to go look at the video to see if I'm crazy. I might be crazy. It's extremely likely that I'm crazy. Let's be honest. But now for technology, we should be allowed to now research Rainbow Heaven. Unlock the Dyer's Hut. That's what's up. We just need 64 poppies. What I would like to do, right, is let's pop home. And I'm going to remove you guys from here and here. And I'm going to, instead, that, and that should be cool. And I'm also going to rat the poppies, because that's what we need right now really badly. Hooray! Look how much better it goes. Good job. All right, poppies, give me a stack. There you go. Dyer colony. So we want the Dyer's Hut for sure under the technology tab. And then I can also look at what other technologies are necessary or would be interesting to get now that we have a tier 3 dude, right? So Rainbow Heaven's ready to go. That's your Dyer's Hut. Boom. What other technology might we want? Podzol, Double Trouble. Plantations grow 2 crops at once. Oh, we don't have plantations. That's right. I have to look into what the difference is between a plantation and a farm. I assume a plantation is just a bigger farm? Does that sound right? Sounds right. Fresh or not, here it comes. Requires mines totaling at least 3 levels. I think we have that, but we also have to do the bone meal level. Okay, that's interesting. Hitting iron. We never did much with this, right? Mechanics Hut. Enhanced gates. Gates gain 100% raider swarm resistance. That's interesting. I really did want to look at, you know, defense for this colony as well, right? The concrete mixer's hut. Ooh, that might be cool. I think that's doable too. Should we look into concrete mixer? We just need some white concrete. That's a potential research. That's a potential research that we might want to go down. So let's say concrete is a thing we might want to do. The sifter's hut. Miners have lava and fire. That's gonna... Okay, cool. I'm more interested in unlocking new buildings and less interested in this kind of thing, like minor stat upgrades, right? Stonemasons learn endstone recipe, and bakers learn chorus bread recipe. That's kind of cool. All right, let's look at military real quick, just to understand, because I've done almost nothing with this, right? But pointy end goes into the zombie. Unlocks combat academy. Requires barracks. Oh, that's kind of cool. Unlocks archery. Ooh. We can unlock both of those and really start ramping up our stuff. Avoidance, parry, dodge. This is all stat upgrades, right? Some of them are stat upgrades, and some of them are like, here's a new building that does a new thing. Improved leather, extra leathery, iron skin, regeneration, feint, guards take less damage, fleeing citizens gain swiftness. All right, taunt, consume arrows. Archers use arrows for +2 damage. Okay, archers gain piercing 2. It's kind of cool. I really like the idea of the combat academy and the bows, the archery. So let's get 6 blocks of iron and 6 blocks of iron for a total of 12 blocks of iron. And that might be what I want to do. Sweet. So we're going to upgrade this combat. So improve swords and improved bows. Nice. All right. Because what I like to do, as you guys have noticed probably, is I like to make sure that something's being researched, right? Because it takes a long time. So it feels wasteful to not have research running. And also something building, right? Also takes time, feels wasteful to not have it running. So let's check on Yisrael, who's probably missing quite a few things. He needs a chest, which I happen to have in my inventory. Crossed oak paper. Let's do oak paper. Let's get crossed oak paper. I forget how much of that he needed. So I'm going to make at least a stack. Crossed oak paper. I'll work on it. Oh my goodness, you need all the wools. Can we have a dyer's hut yet? You're going to need a flower pot. Handful of things he needs, obviously. Let's see. Let's look at the long list. Lots of different colors of wool, lots of different flowers. Yeah, I think he's going to fancy that place up pretty good. I'll probably just supply him with everything he needs off camera in a bit. just to give him what he needs, just because I'm assuming you guys don't want to sit here and watch me take items out of refined storage and put them into that inventory. Probably a fair assessment. So the Dyer's Hut's the next thing to build, right? Yes. So we have to wait for the research to research that before we can actually make it. So, but luckily, I wish I could speed up composting. Is there any composting boosts I can get? Because it seems to me like it's really slow at doing that. There's a lot of things, obviously, that you can compost. Look at that long list. It's a huge list. But composting just takes forever. And there's not a good indicator of how long it's taking and whatnot. I mean, obviously, I could make another composter's hut. That's totally an option. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to peek at the technology tab here. We've got all our researches in progress, so I think I can pause one and switch to the other. But I think more importantly, I'd just like to know... farmers harvest plus 10% crops. Farmers harvest plus 15% crops. Okay. So that just increases their crop mining yield. 25% and another 25%. And magic compost. Ooh, 125%. That requires university level 5, though. Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff up there at the higher levels, but we'll see. For now, let's come back in a minute, and we'll probably switch to Nature's Aura for a little bit and continue playing with that mod, because we've kind of got a lot of the basics in place, but we've got now to dig into the mod and see what kind of cool stuff we can make with it. All right, so I heard some feedback from the last couple episodes that I was reading too much out of the book. So I think the last episode I cut back on that already, but I will make sure not to do that so much now. But we do have some new things to take a look at, right? So we've got natural practices. We can do offering to the gods. I think this is the next crafting component that we're going to want to look at. So we will definitely be looking at how to make some more advanced resources from Nature's Aura there and offering to the gods. So that's like definitely a to-do item, an offering table. Let's make sure that we have that guy. And I might want to automate some of these recipes just for fun, right? Wouldn't it be just kind of cool to automate some of these crafting components? Maybe. Creating aura, there's way more options for creating aura now. We'll look into some of those. And then natural items, we've got, I guess, Amulet of Wrath would be a neat one. That's cool. When you sneak and jump in place, you stomp down on the ground and create a shockwave that hurts any living creatures. That's cool. That's kind of neat. Okay. Now, where's like the next major do this to progress thing? I got to assume it's... I would imagine it's the offering of the gods, because there's a lot of things still locked here in this book. And I've got to imagine that a lot of the things are locked behind that. But let me flip through the different things here and give you guys the gist on all the different creating aura things. So the canopy diminisher, what it does is basically makes it so that if you grow an oak tree and it was going to be a giant one, it doesn't become a giant one. It always grows normal, smaller sized oak trees, like the standard size oak trees, not the giant ones. But in effect, it generates aura from that change. The Disentangler of Mortals, if you kill passive mobs nearby, frees up a lot of their soul and turns it into aura. Baby animals don't do as well. Adult animals do better. And animals that have been alive for at least an hour and a half do the best. So even if they're an adult, you want to leave them alive for a little bit. The Herbivorous Absorber eats flowers, but you want to feed it different kinds. Otherwise, they'll start to, have diminishing returns. So about 6 different kinds of flowers should be good. The Offset Observer generates aura when magma cubes or slimes are split because they take damage. So that's cool. Oh, this is an interesting. Shooting the mark. You have to throw or shoot projectiles at this block to generate energy, and the type of projectile determines how much. So snowballs are less energy than ender pearls. And you have to do it in a specific order on each side. That's kind of interesting. So you start on the north face, and then I guess you go around. It doesn't say exactly what order to do it in. It just says start at the north face and go in order. So I guess that's interesting. So this is an interesting one. The Swamp Homini will turn any mossy block into a non-mossy block version. So mossy cobblestone turns back into cobble, mossy bricks turns back into regular bricks. That might be cool, because I'm sure there's some kind of mod somewhere here that will turn cobblestone into mossy cobblestone in the world. So if we could set that up, it would go back and forth constantly, right? So that might be a neat way to do it. And a lot of these, ones will allow you to supercharge your aura and start getting those bonus effects. But I guess we'll see. So I'm thinking offering to the gods is the way to progress in this mod. So let's look into that. I'm going to need a token of sorrow and token of fear. So fear and sorrow. And let's see what would be involved in automating this. So here's the deal. Couple questions, right, about the wooden stand. First off, you can feed them with hoppers, right? Let's get a couple hoppers here. I'm not going to feed them with hoppers. No. I'm just making sure that you can feed them with hoppers, right? So a token of sorrow, for example, needs gold leaf, right? So if I put gold leaf in here in the chest, well, maybe we'll just drop it in. Boom. It has gold leaf in, right? Now, if I put more gold leaf in there, it does not add more to this thing. That's an important note. So this block can only accept one item at a time. And when I remove the gold leaf, it's boom, going to immediately put a perfect. Perfect. Because, you know, like when you automate ritual systems like this, like let's say it needed 2 gold leaf, right? And we did a chest with routing items into the wooden stands, right? The problem then becomes that like 2 gold leaf would go on this stand instead of 1 here and 1 there. So because this only accepts 1 item at a time and you're done, that means this is much easier to automate. And that's a good time. So let's look into automating this ritual today, and then we don't have to worry about it no more, right? So the sapling and the bone mealing, that's going to be an interesting one, right? Foregoing, I'm just trying to imagine. So what we could, oh, yes, I just thought of an idea. What if we set up a blood magic ritual that did the auto crop growth thing? It's disabled by redstone. So when we're crafting, we turn off the redstone signal, allowing the sapling to be grown faster. I like that idea. Technically, we could probably always leave it running and only place the sapling when we're crafting. That's another route we could take, but disabling it with redstone would just be a little bit extra cool. I like that idea. I like it a lot, as a matter of fact. So we're probably going to have to do some kind of item placer right here, like facing that way and place the item. It would be way cooler if we didn't have to do that. So that means my imperceptible builder, I could probably work with what I got here. I could use the wire, the thing. Okay, yeah. No, I got ideas. All right, so let's do this. How do we want to route the items? What do we want to use for item routing? Because we're going to want to basically export to a chest, right? Let's use pretty pipes. I don't think we've used that mod yet, and I'm really curious to try it out. I think that would because there's refined pipes, but there's also pretty pipes, right? Isn't that another one? I don't know pretty pipes at all. And that might be cool, because we've not used that at all yet, and that might be a good way to go about this route. And just for the synergy, pretty pipes is made by LPEC, and Nature's Aura is made by LPEC. So, you know, it just feels to me like it would be a good route to go pretty pipes. Yeah, let's learn pretty pipes and use that to automate Nature's Aura. That's my plan for today. Because we haven't even looked at pretty pipes yet. Like, not even a little bit. I haven't even looked at it. Me personally, I don't know how pretty pipes works, and I would like to learn because they're pipes and they're pretty. What's not to like? So I'm going into this mod blind a little bit, but I'm going to do my best to figure it out. So let's get this. There's a low extraction module, which looks like this. There's a medium extraction module, which is an upgraded turret, and that, okay, cool. So there's a pipe frame attached to a pipe or pipe adjacent block, shows amount of item in the pipe's network. Oh, that's cool. I want to see this almost as like a logistics-y pipe type of thing, because I think you can auto-craft with them, but I honestly don't know. Places blocks in the offhand as covers, sneak to remove. Oh, that's nice. We should make one of these for sure. Yes, we should definitely make a pipe wrench. Blank module, right? So did this need a blank module? Yes. So let me spend a minute autocraft teaching, and yeah, we'll be right back. I'm gonna put you here, and I'm gonna clean up my inventory a bit. All right, so just reading the tooltips, I got the basic pipe manipulation stuff ready to autocraft, but here's the gist, right? So first off, you need blank modules to make all your modules. Then you need low, medium, or high extraction modules will pull items. So these are like your extractors, right? So if you want equivalent to like thermal expansion, it would be like your the extractor, the servos, right? Right. Then you have your filters. So these guys will allow you to filter items into adjacent inventories. So these are like the filters in thermal expansion, right? So like servo, filter. Then there's speed upgrades, and then there's priority modules to increase or decrease priorities. And then there's a retrieval module, which are like the retrievers from thermal that, you know, like I'm a chest and I want to request 5 of an item. I think that's how it works just from reading it. Then you can also limit the amount of items that can enter adjacent inventories. So this is a filter for stacking. That's kind of cool. You can also do damage filter modifier, data filter modifier, and a couple other types of modifiers in here. And then there's crafting modules, which looks pretty cool. So you can auto craft using crafting terminals. And then there's sorting modifiers, and then there's an item terminal itself that allows you to, I think, like a logistics table, in that you can see all the things in the network. So this is kind of logistics pipey, I think. I don't think it's quite as logistical as logistics pipes, but I think it's pretty close, honestly, which is neat. So we should play with it for sure. So I'm going to go put all these auto-crafting recipes down here. Yeah, sure. You can have these guys and that one, and you can have all of these. Just making sure I'm, you know, getting all my use out of stuff. And then let's make a few things, right, from pretty pipes. So I've got a handful of pipes already. I want to get a pipe frame just to see what it is. Missing item frame. Oh, I need to teach you how to make item frames. My bad. My bad. I should teach you item frames anyway, because why not? There you are, sir. And let's see what we got now. So I just want one of these. But I think this just shows me like how many of X items are in the network, so they're not super important, right? But let's get like low filter. Let's get one of each so that we know what we're looking at, right? So we're gonna want a high filter module and a medium filter module, just so we know what we're looking at in terms of. I was trying to figure out like what on the icon differentiated these, and they're basically darker question marks. So that's kind of cool. Let's also take a look at the speed modules. So I'll get a tier 1, 2, and 3 of those just to, so we can compare them on camera and see what they do. I may or may not need speed modules for the thing I'm currently working on, but we'll figure it out, right? We'll see. We definitely want the extraction modules. And again, I'd like to see what the difference is. So I'm going to make the one, and I'm making tier 3 before I make tier 2, because remember, tier 3 requires tier 2 as a crafting component. So we want to be smart about that. All right, so that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, right? So we've got the speed, we've got the servos, we've got the filters. Is there anything else I wanted to check out? I don't think I care about priority for what I'm currently working on. And I don't think I care about retrieval for what I'm currently working on. Now, is there... Oh, there's a redstone module. Allows disabling the pipe with a redstone signal. Oh, that's cool for both extraction and retrieval. Filter, increase modifier. I wonder if there's a toggleable filter, like an allow list, deny list kind of thing. But let's grab just a couple of chests. And see how this thing works. Boop, boop, bop, boop. And some pretty pipes. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they are pretty. Look at them go. Fancy. So now we have stone here, right? So I'm assuming that I'm going to want a low extraction module. And do I just do that? Oh, hello. Well, would you look at that? That's cool. So when you right-click on a pipe that's attached to an inventory, see, clicking on one that's not doesn't do anything, you can see what modules are available for you there. That's cool. Now, I think there was an upgrade-y thing. That's the crafting one. Isn't there something that adds additional filter slots to the pipe? But is there a plus module pipe? I don't see one. I forget if there was something that added module slots. I don't think so. But that's fancy. Look how nice they look flowing through the pipes. They look very, very clean, don't they? Love it. Okay, cool. Now, if I take the low extraction out of there and I put a medium extraction in, oh, it's definitely pulling out more than one item at a time now, right? How many was that pulling out? Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8. Cool. And if I put a high extraction module in there, now I don't have a full stack, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, no, it's got to be a full stack, right? That's what I'm thinking. Boop, boop. I like it. Fancy. Now over here, I'm assuming I can put a filter module. Boop. Hold shift for info. Oh, and then here's the filter module. Nice. Now, do I have a thing here? Ah, yeah, look, it has disallowed, allowed. So it's a disallowed list that's blank, meaning anything can be extracted. Or you can probably, you know, allow list. Now, can I shift click in there? Aw, LPEC. Killing me, Smalls. That's okay, though. So now stone's the only thing that'll be extracted. Ta-da! Cool. I like it. I like the tab system, too. That's super nice, right? And let's set you to disallowed off, and then, yeah. Now, for this guy, we can filter what's allowed in here, right? And that seems cool. Right? So now, stone will... Let's put it in a allowed list here so that it's that. Now, here's my question. You ready for this? If I do this and then this... Okay, it still lets it in. So if the item's on its way, it's not going to bounce if you change it mid-flight. That's okay. That's totally okay. I'm fine with that. It's probably a huge hassle to recheck the allow list and then have to bounce it back. So I'm totally cool with that. So this allows modifying pipe connections. Oh, neato. I like it. And it's a very nice looking pipe. Or a wrench, I mean. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's the filter module, and I'm assuming higher tier filter modules equals more, yeah. Oh, look at that, populate? Filters items from adjacent inventories. So if I did this and hit the populate button now. Oh, hello, cool. I don't think it did an update. Yeah, I don't think there's a UI, a client server desync thing going on there, but that's neat. So now I'm assuming the speed module is going here, and that's going to be another module here, right? And then you guys, this might still be on allow list or whatever. Can I right click this with a sword? I guess not. It has to be an empty hand. Okay, fair enough. Allowed. Oh yeah, it's definitely faster, right? Cool. And then that, awesome. Neat. Okay. So you're going to be the, I'm going to put you on low extraction for now. And we're going to do a tier 2 speed. Right? And that should only be one item at a time. Whoop, whoop. Nice and fast. That's cool. Now here's a question. If I put 2 speed up, just curious, right? Not that you would need this, but I'm just curious. Oh, it won't let me do it, interestingly enough. I don't think. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you cannot, it won't even let me put 2 in there at once. That's cool. Nice. So I feel like this would be the perfect solution to automating this thing, right? We basically have a chest underneath the ground with pipes going up into the bottoms of these wooden stands, or if we want to get really fancy, an entangled block, right? And then we can filter into the individual ones, so it's like, hey, you're trying to make a token of sorrow. So each pipe, like one of them has a filter for sunlight, one of them has a filter for glass, for gas, right? That's cool. Then we should be able to automate this whole thing, and that would be awesome. Vacuum doohickey to pick up the item when it drops, place a sapling, that will be whitelisted. I'm hoping none of these require oak saplings, but if they did, I think because they only accept one item at a time, should be fine. We'll just make the oak sapling placer the lowest priority. So that should be cool. And we've already automated placing the gold powder. So let's come back next episode and automate this whole shebang, right? We'll wrap up here. We'll figure out next episode. That's the plan. We'll see if we can get it to work. And maybe one of our goals will be to automate all the aspects of this mod, right? We've already kind of automated this dude over here, the altar, right? The natural altar. All we got to do is hook it into our refined storage system and go from there. So I think that would be the way to call that thing fully automated, just hooking into refined storage and we're done. And that might be fun. And I forget the crafting mechanic for the offering table. I think it might just be dropping items into it or something. I forget exactly how it works, but we'll figure it out and we can automate that too. And that would just be a fun kind of challenge. Let's automate all the aspects of this mod. All right, for now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.